Hi, today we're going to be discussing market shares and market concentration. It's important when we discuss these to remember that all markets are based on a continuum from the perfect competition all the way to a perfect monopoly, with monopolistic competition and oligopoly meaning in the middle. Market share is the portion of the market controlled by a firm or product. A market concentration is based off of the market shares of each of these firms. It's the function of the number of firms and their respective shares of the total production. This is measured by the Herfindahl-Hitchman index, which is the sum of the squared market shares.
Exactly. So when we look at market concentration, we can see that some markets are highly concentrated with only a few large firms producing all the goods and services within the market and also taking in all of that sales revenue. This is going to be known as an oligopoly. Now, the higher the concentration becomes with fewer and fewer firms producing, once you get down to one firm producing everything, this is going to be known as a monopoly. On the other hand, you can have markets that are very mildly concentrated and you're going to have lots of different producers producing all the goods and services of various firms within the market. This is known as monopolistic competition.
Let's take a look at our market for sweets. Our first submarket is peanut M&Ms. Notice that each color represents a different firm. Moving on, we've got our savory Skittle market. Notice also that each firm has a different share of the market represented by the number of candies. Lastly, we've got our market for sour gummy bears. Let's see what kind of concentration we can concoct.
Our market has a fairly low concentration for each company, meaning that each company only has a fairly small amount of the share of the total market, and it's fairly even across each company. As you can see, while we're filling up the cup, each company only has a very small amount, but it's actually making the market look very diversified, and each company is only taking a small part of it.
So each different color of each different candy represents a different firm. But the Skittle firm as a whole will represent the majority of the market share. Thus, since there are still a variety of firms, it is not an oligopoly.
This is an example of an oligopoly because there are few firms competing in the market, all of which have huge market share.
Focusing now just on the Skittle market, you can see that the purple Skittles have competed their way into monopoly. They're in a market where there are a few close substitutes and they have become the main and only sellers.
Well, I hope that gives you a sweet taste of both market share and market concentration. Keep in mind, as an individual looking to go into business, you need to know how to differentiate your product so that you can increase your market share and increase your profits. Also keep in mind, as an individual consumer, that the government is constantly regulating the market concentration to protect consumers from too high of prices and too low of production, primarily from monopolies, but in any case of imperfect competition. As always, take care and enjoy your markets.